Salut everyone, c'est moi, Elisabeth, and in today's video I wanted to comment on 4 of the most recent uploads from Amberlynn her 3 mukbangs and the practicing on the stairs video. In regards to the whole GoFundMe scandal issue that's going on, I really don't have anything to say about it and really don't wish to comment. I do, however, wish the absolute best for Becky's mom, for a swift recovery, and I hope that everything works out for her and Becky's family. So for this video, I wanted to share some commentary on some things that I thought about when viewing the 3 mukbangs, the veggie tray, the rotisserie chicken, and the veggie patty and lentils. And of course her video that she uploaded most recently about practicing on the stairs. The videos themselves, I really didn't have anything to react to, so I didn't feel that they deserved a full reaction. So I decided to simply do the segments that I wanted to comment on and just, kind of share my thoughts about each individual video overall and just kind of put it all together into one video. So we'll start with the 3 mukbangs, beginning with the veggie tray, going into the rotisserie chicken, and then ending with the veggie patty and lentils. And then the final segment will be from the practicing on the stairs video that she uploaded at about, I think, 11:30 last night. So let's get into it. Hey guys, so this is mukbang number 1, the mukbang crunchy veggie tray, where we get to watch Amberlynn basically consume a party platter of vegetables and ranch dressing. And really throughout the video there really wasn't any good content. I think I mentioned in my previous video where I gave the brief update that she touches upon the concealer knuckles and touches upon the toe scandal, but not really anything worth reacting to. But watching her consume this party platter that you would normally take to like a family gathering, maybe an office party, it really had me rethinking what I had said in a previous video about being okay with her portion size when it comes to healthier foods. I'm really starting to rethink my thoughts on being okay with it, because going back to the salad kit that she was eating as a full complete meal was 4 servings in a single bag, and she was basically eating the entire bag, which I've done myself and haven't really thought much of. And now we're watching her eat, granted, it's vegetables, carrots, broccoli, ranch dressing, but who doesn't eat ranch dressing with their veggies on occasion? But this is something that is meant for multiple people, not for one person to sit down with in a single sitting and just eat. So I think my stance on the portion size issue, I think it's changing. Because now I don't know why this particular video puts it in better perspective than the salad kit videos. Maybe it's because I've never sat down with a veggie tray and just ate it, but I have eaten the salad kits and used them as a single meal. Between 500 and 700 calories for the entire bag. So, yeah, I am trying to be more mindful about portion size myself, which is unfortunately something that Amberlynn does not do. And I think this is something that she really needs to reconsider. Even if you are consuming something that's healthy, something that's good for you, I think you still need to be mindful of the portion size. So, yeah, I'm I'm backtracking on my stance when it came to, well, if it's healthy, it's okay if you just go ahead and gorge yourself on it. No, no, it's really not. It's really not. Um, I mean, granted, at her size, perhaps it's not as big a deal, but at the same time, if you're going to start making better choices, you, I think you do have to pay attention to everything. Because if you have a bad relationship with food, you don't really understand how calories work, portions, the amount you consume. You have to really pay more attention to it, I think, in order to be making better choices. So, and I think this is something that I myself need to do. Um, I won't stop purchasing the salad kits, but I think I am going to try to be much more mindful, try to portion them out. I have a food scale. I should put it to good use. Start, portioning out the salads, maybe adding a bit more to them, maybe add some chicken, you know, make that more of a habit rather than just simply eating the entire bag. I think that's something that I really need to do, and is something that Amberlynn needs to become more mindful of herself. I think when she feels like she's eating something healthy, much like I did, the portion size really didn't matter. Because if you're eating something that's good for you, what does it matter how much you eat of it as long as you're eating it? Portion size matters, I think. So, yeah, I this video really made me rethink that whole idea about portions, because she's consuming something here that is meant for a whole party of people to sample and eat, for a large group, not just one person, maybe two, because she indicates that the two pieces that she doesn't like, the tomatoes and the peas, Becky likes, so Becky can eat those, and then the carrots and the broccoli and the celery, Amber loves those, so it's a perfect fit for the two of them, at least in her eyes. So, yeah, I take back what I said about the salad kits. I think I'm starting to get it, and you need to go by the proper portion, the proper serving, because you're not going to make better changes unless you pay much more attention to your food and what you're consuming. And as an overweight woman, this is something that I'm having to learn. And portion size and serving size has always been something that has tripped me up. And you would think it would be really simple, but when you've had a bad relationship with food for as long as I have, and for as long as many people who are overweight or obese may have had, it can be a little difficult, and it can be confusing. But I'm trying. And I'm making progress. I am making strides toward my goals. I am losing weight. I am becoming healthier. I'm just not quite there yet, because there are still things I need to work on, and there are still things that I need to become much more mindful of in my life. And these are things that Amberlynn really needs to become more mindful of in her life, if she is ever going to start making changes for the better. So while I do commend her for eating vegetables, albeit in ranch dressing, but I think we all do it. I do it, but I commend her for the vegetables. But you still need to be paying more attention to your portion size. I think if you were to do that, that might really help you out in a better direction, because then you would be perhaps consuming food that was better for you and more filling for you, but not in such an excessive amount. So that's really all I have to say about this particular segment. Again, there wasn't really anything worth reacting to, at least in my opinion, in this video. I just wish that she could learn from what she does. I feel like so many others, including myself, we learn from what she does. If we happen to see ourselves in what she does, in her behavior, in her actions, it's like staring into a mirror and being like, oh my God, that's me. I've done things like that. I've done something similar to that. And I don't want to be that way anymore. And that really came out for me in the next segment, which has to do with the rotisserie chicken. And we're going to start that right here. So this is mukbang number 2. Mukbang whole rotisserie chicken. Again, I didn't really feel the need to react to the entire runtime of the video because there really isn't a whole lot of content that needs to be commented on. Basically, with this particular video, coming off of the Veggie tray mukbang, which I wasn't really mad at, but the concept of portion size was really starting to rear its head more for me, and I think I'm, better starting to get it. But with this, I was so, watching her eat at this chicken, it made me feel really sick to my stomach, but maybe not necessarily in the way that you might think. I don't exactly like watching her eat this chicken and the sounds that she makes and just how she keeps wanting to show us close-ups of the chicken. Yes, that made me feel a little ill, but what also really got to me is I've done this. I have purchased a whole rotisserie chicken, and I sat down with it and practically ate on it as a single meal. I would eat both legs, both wings. I would probably tear into about at least one thigh, and I would also eat in around the breast meat as well. I've done that. And the more that I see of myself in Amberlynn, the more I do not want to be that way. And I'm reminded of something that Charlie Gold said in a recent live stream. Something to the effect of, if you want to do right, do the opposite of what Amberlynn does. And that is so true. Do the opposite of what she does. Don't sit down and eat an entire rotisserie chicken that's meant to feed like a family of 4 or 5. Yeah, don't. Because I've done that, and I am not proud of it. I'm not proud that at one time in my life I would do this exact same thing. And I really am starting to get it more, I think, that don't do what she does. Even if it does look like it's somewhat healthy, don't do what she does, because she does it in excess. And excess is not healthy. I think I get it. So that's really all I wanted to say about this particular video. Again, there really isn't anything within the content of the video that she says that really is worth remarking on. I just, myself personally, like so many others, was not very pleased by the sounds and by just her sitting down and devouring this chicken. But also, I had a personal connection to this because I've done this. I don't know where she got the chicken. I usually got mine from either my local Walmart, or I would pick mine up from the local grocery store. And yeah, I would sit down with that chicken and just eat on it and eat on it and eat on it. And I don't ever want to go back to that. I don't want to do that ever again. So yeah, I think Charlie made a really good point. You want to do right? Do the opposite of what Amberlynn does. Do the opposite. Okay guys, so here we are with mukbang number 3, the lentils and veggie patty. And I really don't have much to say about this meal. I mean, I commend her for the carrots. I don't know much about lentils, never had lentils, so I can't really comment on if they're good for you or not. But judging from the size of the plate, I do think that might be a little bit too big of a portion to be a standard serving size. But I don't really know much about lentils or whatever else she put in that. I think she put like peas and grains and some other things in there. But I mean, I can't imagine it's too bad. The veggie patty, I've never had a veggie burger, veggie dog, any of that veggie stuff. I've never had it, so I can't really comment on it. It does throughout the video look like it's rather tough, so my best guess is she probably microwaved it. From what I can tell, the carrots are pretty much hard, so I don't think she cooked them. I think she said they're raw. And the lentils with the garlic sauce and the peas and the grains, and I think possibly even some broccoli, that's probably cooked, but I don't know if that was in a microwave also, or if by any chance it was cooked on the stove. Really, the entire content of this video, there really isn't any. There's just listening to her eat this meal. So, I mean, I'm assuming that it's a somewhat good meal, but the question still remains is, what is it that you're eating when the camera isn't rolling? What is it that you're not showing us? I mean, if this is what you're eating and you are making a true effort, then okay, I would commend that. But based on your track record, based on the previous mukbang with the chicken, I can't imagine that you're eating very well. And because if you were, you would be losing weight so fast. I mean, it is amazing what can happen when you correct your diet and you start eating right. I mean, I started dropping pounds, albeit, very little, but when I stopped drinking Dr. Pepper regularly and went to water, I was amazed at how much better I was feeling. And strangely enough, now I can't drink Dr. Pepper. It's too sweet. I actually purchased a Dr. Pepper thinking, oh man, I could really go for a Dr. Pepper. And I went and I bought one about 2 weeks ago. I took a couple swigs and it's like, oh my God, this stuff is so sweet. What is this? And it was my Dr. Pepper. And I had been drinking water for so long, I guess I lost the taste for Dr. Pepper, and I can't drink it. I could not drink that bottle of pop, which is a good thing. I'm proud of myself for that, and I am proud of myself for being able to stick with drinking water. Other than water, I might drink tea, and I might drink almond milk, and that's about it, and maybe some coffee. I don't really drink anything that I used to, such as Dr. Pepper, soda pop. So it's little things that you can do to improve yourself. You don't have to have these type of meals to try and fool us that you're doing well, because I have a sneaking suspicion you aren't doing well. That sure, this is the meal that you're showing us, but what else are you consuming? What, I hate to say it, but what junk food are you consuming? What bad food are you consuming? Because it can't be good, because you're still the same. Nothing is changing. And that's really, really concerning for your audience, who wants to see you succeed and wants to see you get past your health issues and to make yourself better. Yeah, there really isn't anything else to this video as far as really any content from what she talks about. There really wasn't anything for me to comment on, which is why I'm just doing the voiceover. So I'm going to stop it here. Hey guys, so this is the last segment for this video, and it is from the video Practicing on the Stairs! Exclamation, 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 exclamation. And there was only one segment in this video, even though it's titled Practicing on the Stairs. There's only a very short, and I do mean short, segment that has anything to do with her being on the stairs. And that was really the only segment that I wanted to comment on, so I'm going to include that clip here, and then I will share my commentary.
There's like, I'm pumped. So we have these tiny little stairs right here. I noticed some people that's like nothing, but for me, I used to kind of have a hard time stepping up on them. So let's see if I've gotten any better. Oh wow, a lot better actually. Proud of myself for the tiny little changes. Yes.
So we just saw Amber go up 2 stair steps, maybe 3 if we're considerate, and she's very proud of herself for going up these 3 stair steps. She's proud of herself for walking for 3 minutes, and now she's proud of herself for walking up 2 or 3 stair steps. This is so... I understand that you have to start somewhere, sweetie, but just doing that little tiny bit and nothing more, that's going to do nothing for your body, that's not going to help you to improve at all. You have got to work at it. I know I am nowhere near as heavy as you are, and even at my heaviest, I was not really that close to you either. But there was a time when, okay, you can only walk for 3 minutes. Well, I couldn't walk for more than maybe half an hour, okay? When I would go to the park and I started walking, it was about 30 minutes to do one trip around the park. I was huffing and puffing and couldn't catch my breath, just doing 30 minutes of walking around the park. Now that I have been working at it, I have been doing it regularly, I have been working hard and pushing myself to work out practically every single day, I can now jog for almost 30 minutes. Jog. Back when I first started just walking around the circumference of the park, I could barely get in 30 minutes without huffing, puffing, and catching my breath. And now, I am practically jogging for those 30 minutes. And you're proud of yourself for walking up 2 stair steps. Honey, you're not doing enough. The only person you're fooling is yourself. If you think that this is good progress that you're making towards your quote-unquote goals to try to be better, it's not. It's not. This is doing nothing. The only one you're fooling is yourself. this was really the only part in this particular video that I wanted to comment on. When I read the title that it had to do with, practicing on the stairs, exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. It's like, oh boy, this is either clickbait or it's something legit, and it was pretty much clickbait. We got maybe, 30 seconds of her practicing on the stairs. I personally, I don't know if you guys follow Rose's ranting, but she has a YouTube channel. She is a physical therapist. I cannot wait to hear her reaction on this part of Amber's video. I hope she does a reaction, because I'm sure Rose will have plenty to say about her stair practicing that she has done. So yeah, be on the lookout for that, because I know I will be. I can't wait to see her reaction. But I was just so disappointed. I mean, I understand you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up and comment down below. If you enjoy my content, please feel free to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button. If you would like to be notified each time I upload, please set your bell notifications to on. Thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope to see you next time. If you would like to reach out to me via social media, you can follow me on Instagram at elisabethdamedechat. Thanks again so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. A bientôt!